FEops developed a unique simulation-based platform for structural heart interventions. So we can, based on routine clinical images, build advanced and realistic computer models of a patient and preoperatively assess the impact of a specific device size and position on that particular patient. This helps avoiding sometimes serious complications, and the first product that we have developed and launched is a CE-marked TAVI guide, which is unique in its kind. It's the only CE-marked simulation solution at this moment in time that allows to predict serious complications and thus avoids these complications and improves the safety and the efficacy of these procedures. Our technology helps to give physicians a mental picture of what will happen if they do this or that, and this brings really science to procedure planning as opposed to the traditional way of working, which is measuring on the anatomy.
The reason I became so interested in FEops is that they finally offer a cutting-edge platform to understand the interaction between the device that one is implanting and the patient anatomy. That was one of our biggest problems in the earliest days of transcatheter aortic valve replacement at CoreValve. And I think it continues to be so as more and more physicians adapt to technology and as more and more patients are treated. It also will be crucial in developing the latest technology, which is transcatheter mitral valve replacement, where, frankly, the problem is exacerbated by the anatomy and physiology of the mitral valve, which is much more complex than the aortic valve.
TAVI guide, I would say, is a tool. It's an engineering tool. It is software that allows us to predict and to understand how a device, a frame, a valve will fit, sit and work once implanted into a human structure of the heart. So the uniqueness of the TAVI guide is that it combines both dimensions and mechanical properties of both the device and the recipient tissue.
FEops has a cutting-edge platform to understand the interaction between implantable devices, in this case transcatheter valves, both on the aortic side and the mitral side, and the patient anatomy. Why is that so important? It was one of our biggest problems when we launched the whole transcatheter market way back in the early 2000s, because we really did not know from just measuring patient anatomy parameters how or where the device would land and interact with that anatomy. FEops has a system that allows the clinician to in advance understand what will happen when the device is introduced into the patient anatomy. It would allow both the company and the clinician to have a better understanding up front of every procedure that's being performed, and better understanding of the procedure, better understanding of the patient anatomy, better adaptation of the device to that patient anatomy is going to ultimately benefit the patients in superior clinical outcomes.
There is a consensus that patient selection is crucial for transcatheter-based structural heart interventions because you have to rely on imaging, and it is very difficult to assess how a device will interact with a specific patient for quite a lot of patients. With our technology, we can, from routine clinical imaging, build an advanced computer model of that specific patient and preoperatively assess how the device will interact with that patient and study different what-if scenarios. What if we implant a device in this or that position, or what happens if we choose another device size? And that information is very useful to make the decision on what is the perfect or the best fitted device or best fitted position for that particular patient.
I believe that FEops can add substantial value, both market value and clinical value, to both companies that are involved in developing and marketing medical device technologies, and to the clinicians who are using these devices. Just understanding the patient anatomy measurements is not sufficient to optimize outcomes. The actual interaction of the implant with the patient anatomy is crucial to the ultimate outcome.